Today, we are going to study the Shelford's law of tolerance. According to this law, the presence or absence of an organism can be limited by the qualitative or quantitative insufficiency of various environmental factors, which may exceed or fall below the limits of tolerance for that organism. Ecological factors have a significant effect on the distribution of organisms. Several ecological factors influence both the distribution and abundance of organisms. These factors can be broadly categorized into two types: abiotic factors, non-living; biotic factors, living. Abiotic factors: climate. Factors such as temperature, precipitation, humidity, and sunlight play a crucial role in determining the distribution of organisms. Different species have specific climate preferences and tolerances that influence their geographic range. Topography. The physical features of the land, including elevation, slope, and aspect, affect the distribution of organisms. For example, high-altitude areas may support specialized species adapted to colder conditions. Soil characteristics. Soil properties, including texture, pH, and nutrient content, influence the distribution of plants, which in turn affects the distribution and abundance of associated organisms. Water availability. Aquatic organisms depend on the presence of suitable water bodies for survival and reproduction. Biotic factors. Competition. Interactions among species for resources such as food, water, and nesting sites can limit their distribution and abundance. Intense competition may result in niche differentiation or the exclusion of certain species. Predation and herbivory. The presence of predators and herbivores can affect the distribution and abundance of prey or plant species. The threat of predation or herbivory can influence where organisms choose to live and feed. Mutualism and symbiosis. For instance, pollination by animals enhances the reproductive success of many plant species. These beneficial interactions can influence species distribution. Disease and parasitism. Diseases and parasites can significantly impact the distribution and abundance of organisms. Outbreaks or infestations may reduce population sizes or confine species to specific areas. Habitat availability and fragmentation. The habitat destruction, fragmentation, and alteration, often caused by human activities, can disrupt natural populations and restrict their distribution. Historical and evolutionary factors. Past events such as geological processes and climate changes have shaped the evolutionary history and distribution of species. For example, isolation on islands or refugia during glacial periods may have influenced species diversity and distribution. It is important to note that these ecological factors often interact with and influence each other, creating complex patterns of species distribution. Understanding these factors and their effects is essential for conservation efforts, ecosystem management, and predicting the impacts of environmental changes on biodiversity.